elementals in our way.
Never started the recording.
It attacked Murder Lizard's mom. Murder Lizard attacked it. Seems pretty obvious I should attack it. So I'm going to be like, Lenny, let's go. And the both of us are going to go after this guy.
Okay. Straight up in there. It's a little crowded, but doable.
It's all right. All right, so I'm going to attack one. Let's see what happens. That's a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
I'll roll the damage on that. Not so great with a 5. But then I'll try again. 19.
That is also a hit, yep.
8, so 13 total damage.
Okay.
And now I got it. I don't know. Do you want to do Lenny's rolls or should I?
No, you can.
All right.
I can look up the stats for you.
I got it pulled up here. So I don't know what it is to. Oh wait.
It would be just a D20 plus a strength modifier for a regular attack roll, I believe.
This guy is saying it's +6 to hit. I'm gonna ask him to try to attack it with Great Axe.
Okay.
So +6 to hit, and then it's 2d12 +4 if he hits. So I'll roll for him.
Okay. I will remind you he has the gore action as well, and he did move 10 feet towards this thing, so he could also possibly gore it on this turn as well.
Oh, he did move the 10 feet
He moved
required
10 feet,
from it? Okay, that I wasn't aware of. So then, yeah, let's do the charge and gore.
Okay.
So let's do gore. That's still +6 to hit. Give us a sec, please.
Yep.
Every time a ship arrives, it's a bit of a gamble. We hope it's exactly what we ordered, that it's in good shape. But since we can't send everything back,
18 +6, that hits. I imagine. So I think that was with everything. That's the charge is 2d8 piercing plus 2d8 plus 4d8 plus 4. Good job, Lenny.
Yeah,
19 damage from Lenny.
Nice. Okay, so yeah.
Also, hold on. The charge is it has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw, or be pushed 10 feet back and knocked prone.
Excellent. What was the DC on it? 14, right?
14, buddy.
Here, I'm gonna use the regular D20 here since the other one's not showing up. It is a 13, and he gets on his saving throws. I'm sorry, it's a strength saving throw, correct?
It's a DC 14 strength saving throw according to the stats.
All right, he passes.
Bastard.
Stands back.
I'm always hurting, so I'll take it.
He's definitely been getting splashed about. His little water is kind of running off the walls now down onto the floor. Did you get both attacks off, Valk?
I got both of my attacks off. Wait, the Minotaur has 2?
Nope, I was just asking if you got your second one off. I didn't see if you rolled it or not.
Yeah. No, I think I got 13 damage, and then Lenny put me to shame.
Okay. All right, Venadia, what would you like to do?
Since I already produced flame, I think I'll use that. I'm going to throw the fireball at this water guy and see what it does.
Okay.
That's a +4 to hit. Nope. 7.
Yeah, he as it hits, it just goes. Psst,
Yeah.
just puts itself out.
And 1 second.
Yeah, seriously, if these videos ever do develop a following, people are gonna be so lost at the beginning because about every other one I forget to record like 5 to 10 minutes of us starting. It's just no context. We're just fighting a water elemental. Shut up. Watch.
Let's see. I can't remember if I have any spell slots left. I think I still have one spell slot. But did we ever leave combat since we started this?
Not technically.
So I could technically just move my hunter's mark to the water elemental.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you guys just got done fighting the other guy that you had it on, so it's only been like maybe a period of 5 minutes total or something since.
Yeah, Hunter Mark lasts for an hour, so you can move it up
an hour,
as
yeah.
action.
Still.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm definitely gonna do that. And yeah, that would be my bonus action. Cool.
Moving at all?
No, I'll do that my next turn.
Maggie's like, I gotta get by you.
Yeah.
That's okay. You guys have enough room theoretically.
Oh,
to
I
complete that
gesture my
by-
arm unfolded.
Okay, Maggie, what would you like to do?
She'll get within 20 feet of the elemental and then throw the dwarven thrower.
Okay. My grid lines are screwed up again. Weird. Okay. Yeah,
13, so I'm sure that misses.
that is a miss.
All right. She's still freaked out by this wild magic thing, and probably hold off on spells for now.
Alright.
So I guess that's it.
Guilfoyle.
I guess she'll just like get to the side so that she's not blocking the way.
Yep.
Guilfoyle's gonna roll forward, attack, and roll away.
Okay. Let's see, get up there.
First one looks like a miss. Second one's a hit, though. 26 hits.
Yep, definitely hits.
Let's see, it's going to be 8 plus 15 damage, 23 damage.
Okay. I would like to make a note. This thing still does not look damaged or bloodied, we'll say. Again.
Or moistened or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't look dried. I don't know.
Right.
And that was a magic weapon attack, too.
Okay. Yeah, he's taking damage. He just doesn't. Doesn't seem to be doing a ton to his HP stack here. Let's see. What do we got left? Arianth.
Question. What is the floor of the room made of?
The floor of the room that you guys are currently in.
Is it dirt?
Below you is a essentially endless pit right now. You guys
Well-
have, but the actual
Well, within. Yeah.
like the floor of the other of the rest of it is it's like a compacted sandstone type of material, like just really hard packed sand essentially.
All right. This is a long shot, but say if I was to get within 30 feet to use my mold earth spell. Since it's made of water, if I took like a 5-foot cube of earth and basically dropped it on this water elemental, would it prone it or do anything to it?
Yeah, I mean it would have an effect for sure. It would definitely be. We'll say that the water would become slowed. I will say so. Its movement speed would be halved, and it will. It will probably take some form of damage from a magical attack, technically. Dirt's kind of mundane, but you're using magic on it, so it's got some sort of... counted as a magic attack. So yeah, you're free to do that if you wish.
Turn him into mud, Jen.
All right, yeah, let's do it because it's a cantrip, so it's not like I have to like roll to hit or anything. It just does it.
Just does it. So you take...
So I move within 30 feet, do that, and then move back.
Okay. So you move up a little bit. You're like right up with Venadia there, and you pull up this mound of earth, and it sort of all swirls together from various spots on the floor, so there's not like a hole or anything. You sort of scrape the top layer of dirt off from the dungeon floor to get your 5-foot cube. and it goes up above this thing, and it smacks into it, and yeah, like Bob said, it basically starts kind of coalescing and turning into this muddy mess, where now like parts of the water that were before kind of fluidly moving are now sort of slopping back and forth awkwardly.
Oh my god, amazing.
So yeah, we'll say it is slowed, and we'll say it has disadvantage on its attacks as well for right now.
Cool.
The Clayface
I
episode
was-
of Batman was so good.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
I was kind of
yeah.
hoping to be able to do something like that.
Absolutely. So with this happening, this mass of water. Alright, so this mass of water now kind of extends one of its extremities of the water that's still not completely all mired in mud, and a part of it actually shoots off from itself, almost like a water cannon kind of coming at you. And Jen, it is shooting directly at Arianth. Let's see. Does a 14 hit?
It does. Is that with rolling with disadvantage?
Oh no, I'm sorry, you're right. Although I don't know that he could do much worse. He could do much. Does a 13 hit?
Yeah, actually, it does.
Yeah, that was actually a natural 1 though. So in your particular case, you are extremely lucky because nat 1 always misses. All right. Same as a nat 20 is always technically a hit, because otherwise you would have monsters that you would never be able to hit, and otherwise there would be monsters that would never be able to hit you guys. So yeah.
Sweet, I'll take it.
You get
crits, baby.
You get extremely lucky. Can I do anything else? I don't think so. Oh, it does. It gets 2 water jet attacks. All right. Venadia. Right after the first one hit misses Jen, we'll see if he can hit you. And then that will be his turn. That is an 18. Does that hit?
That does, but what about the disadvantage?
Oh, disadvantage again. Sorry. I'm a bad DM. Let's see. That is an 18 again. Same number.
You gotta be kidding me.
I wish you guys could see the dice a little bit better. I gotta get like a weird little one of those what do they call them, ring lights for my camera for the dice.
Oh yeah.
That way I can actually like see the numbers a little better, because they are fuzzy on the OBS screen. Oh no, I'm pushing a lighter. There we go. All right. Damage for that. Do. 11, 12, 13, 6 is 19 damage. And please make me a strength saving throw with DC 19.
Don't forget that +3 on that saving throw.
Still no. That would be a 17. So.
Okay, so you are knocked prone on this this board that you are on now. This slippery, wet, wooden, rotten board over a bottomless pit.
Sounds ideal.
It's okay, we got a flying broom, so.
Sweet. Venadia just kind of cracks her neck and takes 19 damage.
All right. Tohan, your mother makes a charge at this thing. She puts her head down and she charges. I'm gonna say edge. It's gonna be a 7 or 2. 7 plus 11 is going to be 18. That's gonna hit. Contested strength on their part. All right, so she manages to wedge herself in between the wall and the water, and sort of puts her back up to this thing. So she's not able to get straight through it, but she is able to create a bit of a doorway, so people can get around it or get past it. And she says, "Quickly, we must go." And yeah, Tohan, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to run on the other side of this elemental here.
Tohan, or Guilfoyle, has apparently grabbed onto your backpack.
Yeah, just like all the way around it, and then I'm gonna swing a couple times with my axes at it.
Okay.
Recklessly again. Uh, 18 on the first,
That is a hit. Yep.
and a 20 on the second. So 29 damage total.
Nice. Mark that.
Whether it be supplies, whether it be furniture,
It is still not bloodied.
there's a much larger.
Don't you mean muddied?
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's exactly it. It is still not muddied. Excellent. All right, Valk. That would be you next, I believe, right?
Yeah, so pretty much do what I did last time, although I don't know if my guy can charge and gore, but we'll just have him hit with the great axe, but I'll go first with the long sword.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit
That hits.
with 8 damage. 25 to hit. Whoops, sorry. Ignore that roll. And so 17 damage from yours truly.
Okay.
And then I'll roll the d20 for Lenny. And that's a +6 on this, which is an 18, so that just hits. And what is the great axe? 2d12 +4 slashing damage. That sounds fun. I hope they don't suck. Ugh. 11 from him.
Okay. And that
So that's
that
a
damage
total of
is-
what is it? 28. Yeah.
Okay. So the 11 is going to get halved down to 5 because he does not have a magical weapon. This does not seem to affect this thing as much. Let's see. Secondary reaction does. Okay.
Wait, sorry. You said magical, so it didn't affect him as much?
Yes.
All right. Bonus action. I'm going to cast magic weapon on Lenny's axe.
Okay. All right. So when Lenny's axe blow lands, the creature casts one of its legendary reactions, and it flings Lenny backwards across the pit.
You son of a bitch.
Slamming him into the wall all the way back here. Lenny takes 1d6 5, okay. 5d6 damage. 2, 5, 8, 9. So Lenny takes 11 damage. That's not bad. Lenny can take it. He's a big, thick minotaur skeleton. A few chips fly off his horns. He just kind of starts to try to right himself.
I shout, Lenny!
All right. Maggie, I believe it is your turn now.
Maggie will take that doorway that Tohan's mom made,
Okay.
get on the other side, and kind of gesture to the folks in back who might not have heard her to come, get past the elemental, and then she'll take another throw with. She'll get far enough away that she can throw like more than 5 feet away.
Gotcha. Let's see.
And,
Yeah, she should be able to get to the other side, we'll say. So you're like over here.
And throw the thrower again.
I'm still listening, guys. I'm just grabbing my ashtray.
Another 13.
That is a
Damn, I gotta
miss.
get it better. I gotta do something about this attack ability.
Well, so I like to think of it as not just a straight miss, but you're throwing this thing and it's going through this water, and the water is probably just kind of moving out of the way around it. It's more like a dodge action on its part or something almost. It's part of its armor class is just its ability to be water. All right. Nothing else, Maggie?
No.
Okay, so that is Vanadia's turn, I believe, next. Or did I? Yes. Yep.
I've been after Valk, I think.
Oh,
but
I might have switched you and Maggie. I'm
that's
sorry.
all right. So I'm still prone.
Yes. You can use an action to right yourself.
I right myself.
Probably half your move to stand up.
Oh,
if
that's
you're
right.
prone.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's not a full action. It is half your movement and speed. So you get whatever half your movement speed is left for your movement. Thank you.
Cool.
Bill.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. All right, well, I'm going to use the other half of that to get off this stupid bottomless pit bridge.
Okay. Oops. Another situation. Arianth must have tried to ride on your shoulders there for a minute. Okay, so yeah, you're able to
Yep,
get.
sorry, I thought you were a broomstick.
We'll say you got to right at the end of the bridge there, so you're still about probably 5 to 10 feet away from this thing, from this
Okay.
little doorway.
And then as my action, I think, wait, where is it? I'm going to use my hunter sense. Provided that this creature is not hidden from divination magic.
It is not.
Cool.
All right, so what information does that spell grant you access to?
Damage, immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and what they are, which we already know.
Okay, yeah. So you innately know this to be something called an Ol Hydra. It's a specific type of a water elemental. Its damage resistances are lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical weapons. It is immune to acid, cold, and poison damage, and it is immune to becoming charmed, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, or restrained. You also know that it can sense the presence of other creatures within 120 feet, functioning as like a blind sight.
And I'm sorry, what are its vulnerabilities?
It does not have any specific weaknesses to anything. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep, just pretty beefy creature.
I turn to everyone and I say, "Oh, guys, I just remembered these things about this guy," and tell everyone.
Okay.
So keep hitting it with an axe then.
Right.
A magical axe.
Yeah, not just any axe, a magic axe.
So resistance to piercing and slashing music takes half damage from those?
Yes.
That's good, because that's all I have, so great.
Well, from non-magical weapons, do you have anything that's magical?
Well,
he has
I have
a
this
sword.
You have
sword,
that flaming
yeah.
sword.
Yeah. Which I still need to figure out how to use that, because I don't have that item
All right.
in my...
So I can really quickly give you a... So it has 10 charges. While you're holding it, you can use an action to expend one or more of its charges to cast one of the following spells from it, using your spell save DC. Burning Hands would cost 1 charge, Fireball would cost 3 charges, or Wall of Fire is 4 charges. And it regains these charges daily, 1d6 plus 4 charges, at dawn.
Okay.
And you can't use all of your charges, otherwise it'll disappear or something like that.
Correct. Yep.
Got it. Okay. And then what about as far as the longsword stats of it? Like, how would I use that in my character sheet?
So it is a longsword +1. So it's +1 to attack and +1 to damage.
Got it. Okay. So I can probably just go into and find a longsword +1 and add that in my inventory, right?
Yeah. I can make a custom thing eventually if I ever get around to it. I'm really bad
That's
about the
right.
tertiary
This will work
stuff.
for now. I know there was a way that we were able to do that with. Oh, here it is. Found it. Great. Anyway, I'm sorry. My turn is over.
Okay.
Yeah, the hunter sense was my action, and I don't really have a good bonus action right now. So.
Okay. That leaves us on Arianth. And I will try to remember that you come before Maggie next time, Venadia, sorry.
That's okay.
Is getting on my broom and speaking its command word my action if I do that?
No, speaking of command word can be a free action.
All right, so I get upon my broom and speak my action.
Okay.
And then I use the my mold earth cantrip again to try to slow down the water elemental even more, and then I fly past it through in the opening as fast as I can.
Okay. Max speed of your broom is what, like 120 feet, I want to say? Something like that?
Fly speed of 50 feet.
Oh, 50. Okay. Thought it was more than that. Okay, so you are able to cast your Mold Earth cantrip yet again, scraping more of the earth from the floor and bringing it up to this thing's head and dropping it down on it. And this time, give it a... okay. So he, or it, I should say, as this new batch of earth falls down onto it, it's becoming more and more muddied now. And it's weighing it down, so it is now not the height that it was. It no longer occupies the entire space of the doorway. You are able to fly past it, but you do provoke an opportunity attack from it when you do so. 14 hits you.
Is that with the disadvantage throw too?
Oh, no, you're right. Yep, it would still be a 14.
Yes, it does hit me.
Okay. 6, 3. Alright, 20 bludgeoning damage you take. And make me a dexterity saving throw.
Sounds like Maggie's about to become a healer.
I'm sorry, one second.
Yep.
And alright, so I get +3 from Valk, right?
Correct.
So that'll be a 15.
Okay, so you are able to maintain your course on the broom. When you get hit by this water, it sort of flips you around all Harry Potter Quidditch style, but you're able to hold on to the broom enough to just be soaked with this guy's water blast that he hit you with on the way by. Sort of like being smacked by a club of water. But you are still flying. It's still on you.
Alright, and I took 20 points damage.
20 points of bludgeoning damage, yep. It's like getting hit with a fire hose worth of water real hard. Alright. This water is now about half mud. Tohan, your mother, she begins to use the great hammer she has to shovel this mud farther away from the wall, opening it up wider. And she's able to push it back a bit. Because now this thing has some substance and some form to grab onto in these muddy spots. And she's able to push it back a little bit farther. She says, "You must go quickly down the hall."
Okay. I guess. Take a couple swings at it, then run away.
Okay.
I look back to make sure she follows us.
15 to hit on the first attack, doesn't hit, and then 20 to hit on the second.
That hits, yep.
I'm going to re-roll that damage because I can. Oh, well, I guess I'll take 8 damage.
Okay. It is now bloodied.
And I'm going to run to the next room.
Okay. You are able to get right
Let's go!
the edge there. Alright. And as you make your way over to that next edge, plunkety plunk. Plunkety plunk. You find a stairwell that seems to lead down. Let's see, Venadia. Make me a
Yes.
dexterity saving throw, please.
+20 + 3, 23.
Okay.
That's not a crit. That's just 19 + 1.
Okay. Valk, you were close enough in there. So you can sort of sense this coming, having seen what happened in the last room. And as you begin to feel a gray mist rush in to the room around you, you look back and you see Lenny, and Lenny is charging this direction across the plank to get back to his new beloved friend Valk. And you are able to dive out of the way just as Lenny charges over and pushes Valk the remaining few feet before the gray mist closes in. And you are close enough to it that you kind of lean back and you go to touch the gray mist, and it actually has some sustenance and some form to it. So it's like, almost feels like a concrete wall is there when you go to touch this mist. You think that something very bad might have happened if you had still been in that room. Alright, after Tohan was Valk.
Did I get mist in there somewhere?
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, Bill, you did.
Yeah, we need Gil.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
All right, so that was the previous room. All right, so I'm throwing 2 attacks and then moving on,
Okay.
following Tohan. 24 for the first hit.
That is a hit.
Uh, 19 damage for the first one.
Okay.
And then a 21 hit.
Yep.
For 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I would spend my movement, keep on moving.
Yeah, I think I got confused on that because you got stuck to the Tohan token last time I moved you over without thinking about it. Okay, so after Gil, now we'll skip back to Valk's. Gilfoyle, you would be, you would normally be straight after, I guess, Tohan, right? Yes. So yeah. Okay, yeah, go back to Valk. Oh, is Bob there?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, so Murder Lizard ran away, so I'm probably going to run in the same direction. But before I do, me and Lenny are going to swipe at this fucking thing.
Okay.
And then we're gonna follow suit because don't want to give it the opportunity to attack us. So here goes nothing with these rolls.
That's a hit.
Right. That's a hit. I'm just gonna roll both of these. Okay, both hits, so I'm just gonna roll damage for this. Not great. 6 and 8 is 14. And Lenny's axe is magic now, so I'll roll for his attack. See how well he does.
Put together a plan for us. This is where we're standing. This is like the courtyard. We're basically cutting out a section right here in between those.
18 plus 6 hits. And hold on. We're going to go with that great axe attack, so that's 2d12 plus 4 again.
to discuss how we see this flow going, and then bring all of that information together with the overall design plan and work with the architect to put something in place that will have that blessing. I'm still on the operations side and understanding
18
how architects would enjoy this property.
damage on that
The
roll.
landscape design plan. So I kind of have to sell Brian on this idea, and then
Still does not look very bloodied or very muddied or whatever we're using here, but is hurt.
All right, we're probably behind it at this point, heading towards the other room then.
Okay, so you're going in this direction.
like what we need to do this year.
Mount is up by the ceiling. Believe it is. Is it?
Either Maggie or Venadia.
Yeah, I
It's
believe
my
it's
turn.
Maggie. Is it?
No, it's my turn.
Okay.
But I don't really. I'm sorry. So if I use the sword of fire, like just with a melee attack, it's still doing like slashing damage or something.
Yes, it would do slashing damage or piercing damage, your choice of whether you're stabbing or slashing at it. And we would also count it as fire damage. It is obviously a magical weapon, but we would say that it would do fire damage as well as a type.
Okay, cool. Because in that case, then I would use. That's what I would do. But so when I have the longsword +1, it gives me an option to roll here for damage 1d8 +2 or 1d10 +2. I don't know why they both.
That's because you can use it either one-handed or two-handed for a longsword.
Ah, okay, cool.
So in your case, you would roll the d8.
Right. Okay, cool. Although I could still. I mean, I don't only have one magical weapon, so I could just use that two-handed.
Yeah. Yeah, assume that sheathing a dagger or something, or a rapier, or whatever else you're using, that's, it's a free action. You can do it once per turn, essentially, of putting a weapon away or taking a weapon out.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm going to follow Valk's suit, and I'm going to attack it with the Sword of Fire for fire damage.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure that misses. 15?
15 does miss.
All right.
You get a second attack, correct? Don't you have a second attack action?
That's correct, yep. 17?
17 is a miss. However, when you swing at this thing with this flame sword, it backs off about 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
It immediately, and as it does so, Tohan's mother brings her mallet up and in a large overhead arc smashes it down onto this muddy pile, splattering the remnants of the mud piles along the walls and shrinking this thing's volume further. So it is now a much smaller creature than it once was, and as it's beginning to reform, she simply cries, "Go!" and begins charging forward, assuming that you are following suit, correct, Venadia? You said you were running? Okay.
Definitely.
You guys are all able to get into the next room before this thing can follow you. And as you enter said next room, silly tiles. I just want to highlight things. There we go. Okay, as you enter the next room, this room does something similar, and a flash of this gray mist comes in, and the voice of the wizard unknown pops across your bandwidth, as we'll say, and he says once again something like, "Only 50 contestants left now." And you guys go down the stairs, I take it, since that is your only option.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say so.
So when you get down to the next level, you are met with what appears to be a large pile of trash, cluttering a large room similar to the one you were in. I'm just going to spin this around. Facing the right
Did
way.
you say trash?
Trash, yes.
And I say, what a delightful smell you have discovered.
Tohan's mother begins leading the way across the trash pile.
I follow her.
Now he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on Arianth.
Oh, thank you.
So that is.
What do I? All right, what do I roll for that?
Right back.
That's just me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You get 11 out of that.
Do we
Oh, thank
detect
you.
any? Oh, sorry.
Meredith nods her thanks to Maggie.
Got it.
Do we detect any fraggles?
No, but you can roll me a perception check if you'd like.
I would love to.
First thing when we return to the island is setting up a spot for the kids. Because we don't know when we will be returning, we need to come up with a long-term plan for the kids for
Come on.
schooling to make sure that they are where they need to be at the end of this.
What does a 14 get me?
Alright, so as you're looking for these magical fraggles that you've heard of in the far-off land of the rock, you don't see any fraggles. You do, however, find some nifty stuff. Such as... Oops.
I'm excited to go back, but at the same time, I know that I have to start school once I'm back.
You find a piece of tourmaline. Transparent, pale green, blue, brown, and red. Worth probably about 100 gold pieces.
The thing you have to make sure is
Cool.
walk back here for 3 or 4 months. Right. Theoretically.
Would anyone else like to search around in the trash pile while you guys are in here?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will.
Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Assuming that each of you searches this trash pile for a moment.
I hold up the tourmaline and I say, I believe this is a fraggle.
Alright, let's see.
Maybe a dozer left it behind.
Could be.
Drop. And... these in the wrong spots, but... Alright, so let's see. Next person to search. If we go right down, Arianth. You dig about for a moment. Oh my. And you discover a chest containing several other pieces of treasure. Let's find out what they are. Well, that won't do. Can't do multiple treasure hoards, so we'll set that aside. Alright, so
No,
you get
can you do that? A treasure chest that gives us more treasure
Yeah,
chests?
more treasure
Right.
chests? Yeah, that'd be
No wishes for more wishes.
yeah. So you find a box of turquoise animal figurines. Looks like they're very exquisitely crafted, and just a single opaque light blue-green turquoise gemstone. Oops. One at a time here. And
What's the second one? I'm sorry.
then a piece of turquoise, just a rough-cut gem worth about 10, and then very ornate figurines that are worth about 250. Set those aside. We can get rid of the other treasure hoards here.
Cool.
Alright, Guilfoyle, as he searches around, finds a very nice looking shield, and Reggie immediately pipes up and he says, Oh my, I believe that's a magical shield you have there, Mr. Foyle. Sorry, Mr. Hard Cheese. I almost forgot.
I think Bill stepped away for a sec.
Okay. So,
That I forgot it's on mute.
yeah. So yeah, Guilfoyle's holding up this very nice shield, and he says, Oh, I believe that would do quite well for anyone that would use a shield. It would probably improve their ability to take a hit. So yeah, meta-wise, while holding the shield, you have a +3 bonus to your AC. Bonuses in addition to the shield's normal bonus to AC. So it's +3 plus, I think, 1.
I assume you have to have proficiency with a shield in order to use it, or how does that work?
I
Yeah.
believe so,
I'm
yeah.
holding a shield now.
Valk drops his shield.
Oh no, my shield! Yeah.
Fuck this! Oh no, it fell. Can I borrow that?
Oops, I lost my shield.
Let's see.
Oh god, I'm gonna need a new shield. Quick, hand me that amazing shield.
Guilfoyle, say something if you don't want him to have the shield. No, good.
Yeah. Guilfoyle remains silent.
So, Venadia, you find a tiny heart-shaped bottle that is rather fizzy, and it appears to look like some sort of an elixir of health.
Cool.
Meta-wise, when you drink this potion, it cures any disease afflicting you, and it removes the blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned conditions.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Tohan. You find a pair of spiders delicately woven with pair of slippers with spiderweb patterns all over them. And as you're kind of playing with them, moving them around, you lean your hand on the wall and you go to lean away and you pull on them and they actually stick to the wall. So while you wear these light shoes, you can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free. You have a climbing speed equal to your walking speed.
God.
However, the slippers don't allow you to move this way on a slippery surface, such as one covered by ice or oil. They're called slippers of spider climbing.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Damn, now we have a drop bear murder lizard.
Yeah.
And let's
If you've
see.
seen Keanu, I just picture him doing that, like, run up the column backflip and murdering people. Sorry.
Maggie, you find, and honestly, I can just explain this as the Wizard Unknown. As soon as you pick up these items, is going, "Congratulations!" in his best, like, Price is Right announcer voice. And he's like, this potion's orange liquid flickers and smoke fills the top of the container and wafts out wherever it is opened. After drinking this potion, you can use a bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target
Nice.
must make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw, taking 4d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times or when 1 hour has passed. So there you go. You guys have some kick-ass magic items randomly generated by our fun treasure decks here.
Very cool.
I asked Reggie if there's anything special about the figurines.
Just know they just seem to be ornately carved figurines. Very nice box that they're in too as well. A little ornate filigree gold box.
What kind of figurines are they, out of curiosity?
A bunch of various animals. Like, they are essentially like a small zoo set, we'll say. Like tigers, lions, things of that nature. A few cockatrices and hippogriffs. Nothing spectacular.
Erinith is still pleased with her find. She likes such things.
While you guys are searching, Tohan's mother is just softly caressing Rohan's cheek and looking at him and poking at the eyes, making sure that they're still tied on and things. "We really must be going," she says. Kind of finishes making her way over to the treasure, or to the end of the trash pile here.
Lead the way, Mom.
Okay, so.
That was a +3 shield, right? And
Correct.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that.
Correct.
Yeah, Bill said he was here, just had to step away. I saw that little message pop up.
Yeah, I think Valk and Maggie are the only two that can wear shields, and Maggie's already got 18 armor class. So, is that right? Or are we the only two that can?
No, I mean, Venadia could use a shield, but she dual wield, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't probably.
Right.
But it would add like +5 to her AC.
I mean, yeah, maybe for that reason, but otherwise.
Dave, would giving you my shield help you out, or do you already have
Mine's basic. What do you have?
basic?
I was trying to come up with an excuse to replace Maggie's shield with a cast iron pan that she just deflects things with, but pretty impractical, so I decided against.
It doubles as the lid for her helmet, which is a cast iron pod.
Nice.
What's that movie that they did, the ballad? It was the weird, like, mashup cowboy movie, and they had the
Buster Suggs there?
Yeah, where it had James Franco, and he's trying to rob the bank, and he's going, "Pan shot!" That's kind of what I picture Maggie being dressed like. He takes an arrow to the chest, "Pan shot!" and just keeps charging. That was great. That was the guy from News Radio, too. Okay, so as you guys are able to cross over, this room behind you, again, closes. losing any further treasures that it may have had. And you come yet again to another set of stairs going down, which probably makes you quite nervous considering that you fell into this place and you're
Sure
trying
does.
to find a way out. She continues to lead you down. This is the problem with randomly generated dungeons, is I don't know what's happening next. We'll say that
I say, Mrs. Murder Lizard, are you sure this is a shortcut?
Yes, I'm fairly certain this is the way that we came in. I mean, I think so. And as you look at her, she's now started to lose more and more of these Minotaur features to where now she looks like some strange mashup creature. She has very, very sharp teeth and scales running in ridges along her face in the same copper that Tohan is. And she's begun to sprout small horns along the inside of her head, much more like small dragon spikes. However, she still has her Minotaur horns coming out, and she still has the udders. But also, she's begun to sprout tiny nub of a tail and tiny nub wings now. Which is odd, because Dragonborn don't have wings, but she, for some reason, is developing small wings.
I asked Reggie if he agrees with Tohan's mom if that this is the way we should be going.
He says, well, it doesn't much seem like you have a choice with this... Oh, this
With it
wizard.
closing in on us. Yeah.
Yes. He says, one thing I can tell you about the Wizard Unknown now that my channels have been cleared is he's not a man to be trusted. You see, he's the one that made me the way that I am.
He's the one that you asked to help.
Yes, I asked for his help, and he made me a stick.
Kind of one of those be careful what you wish for things.
Maggie suggests that Guilfoyle be kind of like checking the walls and see if there's a secret way as they go along.
Guilfoyle does that.
Okay.
Although Guilfoyle is apparently not very perceptive.
Yeah, you don't notice any sort of... Oh, whoops, I was looking at belts.
You can add the D4 from Maggie's guidance.
Okay.
A 15 total.
Okay. So you are fairly certain you do not see any secret exits of any sort, and you are standing in a hallway. There is one of the doorways, the one off to your guys' left as you came in here, seems to have like a closed gate of some sort. And Tohan's mother looks and says, that was open before. We may have to find a new way now. And you guys are left with, you're in a room. There is only some broken pottery on the ground. And the doorways all stand wide open. They're just hallways, but they are still obscured by this kind of gray mist.
Is there any way to pick the lock on the gate?
Yeah, can I try to lift it up?
Yeah, make a strength check for me. We will say this gate is not super heavy. It's only a DC 15.
Not very good.
Alright.
Get your mom to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought that was a joke for a second.
No, she comes walking over as soon as she sees that her son is struggling. And she rolls a 29.
Nice.
So she walks
like,
over with
under a car.
Yeah, she's like, excuse me, make way for your mother, son. And she leans over and with one hand lifts the gate up while still holding your father over one shoulder.
I rolled a 2 and a 4, so thank you.
Thanks, Mom.
She's so strong, guys. She's like awesome.
I guess we go that way. Because that's the way she thought we were supposed to go, right?
Yep, that's the way she said that it seemed like you guys were supposed to go. Oops. Oh no, is it not going to be wide enough? Shit spot. Okay. We'll do it this way.
I tell Reggie to speak up if he happens to notice anything that would help us get out of here quicker.
I'm gonna move you guys over here. I ran out of room on my table. Alright, so as you guys enter this next room, you hear the Wizard Unknown's voice again say, "Only 15 contestants left now. Our rooms certainly seem to be closing in on our contestants. As a matter of fact, we're down to just 16 more squares."
I do a head count.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, there's 7 of us here, so.
Yeah, you guys make up a considerable amount of the
Almost half.
contest.
Yeah.
8 of funny counts.
Alright, I guess let's keep on moving.
Okay. Get you guys moved over here. Plonk. Alright, as you enter the next room, let's shuffle this up again and see. Oops. Oh, did I just... That was weird. I had you guys highlighted, and then I hit the shuffle button, and it flung all of your characters up into the air. That's super entertaining.
We're dancing.
Alright. Let's click on this.
I'm flying.
From there. There we go. And shuffle, 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 and see what you guys got. Ba-ba-da-ba. Alright, the Wizard Unknown's voice comes across yet again and says, "Oh my, yes, here's 2 of our finalists now." Oh, what? What did you... Oh, yeah. We are looking at, of course, our favorite contestants, the Goonies. Yeah, you guys thought I forgot. Not because I did, but yeah, I did.
I forgot that we had called ourselves, but it's an awesome name.
And he says, versus another more, ethereal contestant, as it were. Right. And now I gotta go look up his stats. Yay.
I yelled to Reggie, "What are we dealing with?"
So, I can actually do this. Jazz. Pop this in so you guys can get a better picture of him here. See. Switch over to images.
So, give me 1 second. I'll get you it all added together. So an extra 2d6.
Please tell me you yell out, "Hey, Mom, watch this."
Yeah, so definitely I'm going to yell that. Plus 4d6. 54 damage.
Hooray. It is bloodied. Almost on the nose. Yeah, you run up and bash this thing. You were not using Great Weapon Master, correct?
No, I wasn't using Great Weapon Master. I was just using the reckless attacks.
Okay, I see. So,
But it was 18 plus 3, 16 plus 3, and then 13 more.
okay. Yeah, he's immediately bloodied. Alright, who's up next right after... That would be Guilfoyle, I think, was right after Tohan, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I will run up and stabby stab.
Stabby stabs.
26 hits.
It does. Very much so.
23 damage. And my off weapon, 19. Does that hit?
19 does hit, yeah.
7 damage.
Okay. He is now very bloodied. Murder Lizard and Murder Midget make a nasty combo. I realize, Internet, that midget is not the preferred nomenclature. It's an alliteration, and I like those. I'm sorry. I am sensitive to the plight of small people, I promise. Let's see, who's next? Valk.
Maybe once you start paying some bills, we'll come to the enjoyment button.
Cool. So this guy's very bloodied, and Jen told us that he can regen.
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch using the ring.
Okay.
I don't know what I have to roll for that. To be honest with you, first time casting Chill Touch. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm first time casting Chill Touch. So here's a question for just to understand it. The actual spell is 1d8, and then at 5th level it's 2d8. Is this ring with my level, or how do you want to treat that? You want to do like based on my level? Is the level I can cast? So 2d8 damage or
Yes,
1d8?
I will do it at your level, absolutely.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll 2d8 damage. 2. Is 12 damage, necrotic.
Okay. You do still have to make a ranged spell attack against it, though.
What do you mean?
You
have to roll a d20.
D20.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Spell modifier. But this guy is not particularly hard to hit, so you got a pretty good chance.
What is that plus?
What is your spell attack modifier on your character sheet?
Ooh.
Should be up at the top of the page someplace with your spell save and stuff.
Yeah, hang on. Spell attack modifier, +3, so I think I missed.
Okay, so it's a
9?
So yeah, you do miss.
Shit, oh well.
So it's a little wide.
Well, screw it. I missed with the Chill Touch. The ring doesn't work, but Lenny does. And is he more than 10 feet away?
He is, yes, and he can reach.
Your spell attack is +6.
How is it plus? Oh, +6. So 6 + 6, 12 then.
Okay.
I thought he said modifier. Sorry.
He still does not hit though.
Okay, fine. Go, Lenny, go.
So you do get your proficiency bonus for it.
So Lenny runs up.
All right, so let me roll the d20 for him. Come on. Nice, crit.
Awesome. Okay.
Jesus Christ. So that's gore is 2d8 plus 4 piercing, and then that's an extra 2d8, so 4d8 plus 4. Oh, God. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is 17 plus 4, 21 times 2, 42.
It would be... You don't double
Or
the
am I-
modifiers, but...
Oh, okay. Well, 39 plus 4.
Yes.
Right?
So
38,
either
34,
way,
38.
Lenny runs in and, at your beck and call, charges right in between Guilfoyle and Tohan and gets the this murdering blow on this this undead-looking ogre here. He is gored and chopped into little pieces. And the Wizard Unknown says, "Congratulations! Only 8 contestants left."
Wait,
that means one.
let's do a head count.
We have one more thing to fight.
Fucking fuck. Does that mean that stupid thing upstairs is still a problem?
I asked Tohan's mother.
I
where
don't
do we
want to
go?
say this, Nick, but you're muted. I'm so sorry. I hate saying that. Nick Booth, you're muted.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got booted and then I had to rejoin. I guess I got remuted. Yeah.
Booted and muted.
Booted and muted. I forgot what I said. It wasn't anything important. I was just trying to. I was doing a head count. It's like if we're looking at Lenny, if that's more than 8, I think.
Right. Yeah, we got
yeah.
8 of us in this room.
That depends.
Yeah.
Lenny is a Minotaur, and so was Tohan's mother, technically. So
Okay.
perhaps he wasn't counting those.
Oh, yeah.
God
Gotcha.
damn it.
All right, so we got 2 more to deal with.
By that math, you would have 2 more to deal with. Yep.
Does Tohan's mom know where to go next?
She says, "Well, it seems that the other way is closed, so this is our only option." And she begins to head towards the door.
Can I check the ogre's body for anything? Does he have like weapons or anything, or is it just using his claws?
Absolutely. Let me see. So he has on him a glaive, like a large, poleaxe type weapon. Just a typical regular glaive, but it's in decent shape. And let me see what other types of pieces he might have. And you find on him also what looks to be a coin purse, but it is filled with finger bones. Like various small bones that he's obviously been collecting from creatures. All different sizes.
Gross.
Okay, I take the pouch of bones
Okay.
and leave the glaive unless someone wants it.
Totally picturing Tohan being like, "I love these things," and like eating one.
What, the glaive?
No, the
bones.
like they're like dog biscuits or something almost. We used to have these all the time when I was a kid.
This one's Cool Ranch. Awesome.
Do you know how hard it is to find these?
Okay. And yes, as proceed. Da-na-na!
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
That totally looks like the type of tile that a boss fight would happen on, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Now that you mention it.
So yeah, as you guys all step forward. You said room?
I turn to the party and I say, "This is a good sign. The skull is a symbol of the god I'm currently the avatar for."
I just shake and shrug.
I can just make sure not to stand right on the X of the bones, just in case.
I'm hovering off to the side, about 10 feet off the ground.
Sorry, I'm looking for my props. Where'd they go? They're there. Alright, so as you enter, the Wizard Unknown's voice comes up again, and you hear, "Ah, our final contestants. and blipping through the room, you see this. Let's see if I can switch it over effectively here. Boom. You see something that looks kind of like that. And he says, I am the Avatar of Death. Valk, this puzzles you, because you're pretty sure you're the Avatar.
Yeah. Like, immediately, I'm like, no, you're not. I am.
He looks at you and goes, no, you're not. I am.
No, I am. Look at the ring. I've got this ring.
Oh, fuck, he says, and goes, poof, and vanishes when he sees the ring. Being an avatar of a god has its benefits. Tohan's mother just looks at you very curiously, like... points towards the nearest door, and the Wizard Unknown's voice comes across, and he goes, Wait, no, you've cheated! You cheated! There's no way you beat the Avatar of Death!
No. I did not cheat. First of all, I follow the law. I follow the rules. I don't cheat. Second, and let's be clear here, I had to get stabbed in the chest to get this ring. We didn't cheat.
Reggie chimes in. He's right, you know. He didn't cheat. Slowly, the mist begins to close in where you guys are, locking off the other two exits. Tohan's mother begins to look a bit panicked. She clings tightly to Rohan. She says, I don't know what's about to happen, son. Please, just know, me and your father, we never gave up. We always wanted to find you.
Stop talking like that. You're coming with us.
And as the mist closes in around you guys, there's a disorientation that occurs. You guys are you're not sure where you are for a moment. It's almost as though you're just suspended in kind of this gray nether realm. You're not standing or floating or walking. You're not even sure that the rest of you are there. Each of you is kind of independently just stuck in your own solo kind of location for a moment. And when you come back to, you guys are outside of the temple where you first started this, in the canyon. And standing above you is a group of Thrycreen warriors that you had, similar to the one you had encountered last time. They stand with spears and halberds raised, and they start to kind of tilt their head, and you recognize immediately the form of communication they were using before, of this sort of telepathic link, but you're not able to understand them as well as you were last time, as any previous tongue spells have by now probably expired, we'll say.
I cast comprehend languages.
Okay. You work undead? You work undead Grey Dwarf? You enemy? We hunt?
We do not work with undead Grey Dwarf.
Yeah, and in fact, this lizard over here hates that guy to hell and back.
And as you all turn, you see standing behind you all, Tohan. Your mother is holding your father's corpse, but now she is struggling because now she has reverted back to normal female dragonborn upon exiting this dungeon. Who killed Lizard?
If I mean, Maggie can cast tongues if we're not able to communicate with them right now. Are we?
They don't seem to understand what Arianth said, as Arianth cast comprehend languages.
Yeah.
So when she spoke, they sort of just... It's like they're still sort of trying to understand you, but what they're getting from what your intentions are, you don't know that they understand you. Yeah.
Maggie nods to Arianth and says, "Let's get the axe and the rod. Show them that we defeated their quarry."
Are you gonna cast tongues, or so we can talk to them, or no?
I guess I'm trying to do it without casting tongues because I've only got one spell slot left. So I'm trying to kind of sign language to them first.
I asked Reggie if he can somehow communicate with them what we're trying to say.
Says, well, I'll, it's been a while since I've done any telekinesis. Sorry, telepathy, he says. I'll do my best. Roll me an Arcana check at disadvantage, Jen.
Well, since I have advantage, will that cancel out and just make me roll regular? Or?
I will say no. Go ahead and roll at actual disadvantage, because
Gotcha.
Reggie is struggling at this point because you guys have gone back up into the surface, and the magical field is again quite wonky.
All right. See here.
I guess in the meantime, Maggie's like taking out that axe and rod to kind of show to them.
All right. So with disadvantage, do I still get +3 on anything like that from Valk, or?
I believe that's just saving throws, right? Not skill checks.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you can get guidance from Maggie. I'll give you a D4.
All right. Hold on. Let me roll that. So far I got a 14 plus the D4.
Nice.
So
18 altogether. Yep.
18.
Okay, so the leader kind of looks at you for a moment. The leader of this hunting pack, and these crazy kind of half grasshopper, half mantis creatures. They all scuttle about for a moment, and as Maggie's showing them these artifacts, Reggie is attempting to communicate with them, and he says, "I've tried to explain to them what's been going on and your quest for the rod in particular. They seem they don't seem interested in the artifact, which is odd to me. Most creatures are quite thrilled to hear about something as such. But anyway, yes, they understand you are not friends with the undead in the area, but they seek to warn you that a grey dwarf leading an army of these undead is nearby. They also said, oh my, it seems that they are near your dragon ship. They've got it surrounded. They've taken several prisoners, it seems, and many of the orcs that were there seem to have been slain."
Oh no.
Did he just say the Grey Dwarf was over there?
That's what he said. Yep.
Yeah. We gotta head back now.
Yeah.
I asked Reggie to ask them if they would be willing to help us against the Grey Dwarf.
One of their number comes up to the front, and he says, "Clack Schick, remember? Clack Schick talk two-leg. We help hunt. We hunt undead. You hunt dwarf." And he turns to his compatriots, and they all kind of give this like battle cry, and then they immediately begin charging off in the direction where you had left your ship.
We run with them, I guess.
Yeah,
Alright,
tell my mom, keep up with us. We gotta get out of this land anyways. There's no magic here. We're gonna bring him back.
She says, I don't know how I'm going to carry your father. He's quite heavy."
I tell her that I will get off my my broom and we'll put him back on there.
Okay, so you guys rig him back up. You are able to get back towards your ship, and as you are closing in on your ship, you see surrounding the White Dragon ship is, in fact, a very large force of undead. And near the dragon ship, in front of what you believe is none other than General Ashnak, is General Agos, the Durger Dwarf, the leader of Malakani's forces. And Tohan, your mother looks and says, "Yes, it makes sense now. He put us here to trap you. He must have known you were where you were going. He's used us as bait."
What's the status of? I mean, is the dragon is not flying?
The dragon is still parked on the ground. It seems to be intact. They have not damaged it any more than it was already kind of.
They haven't breached it at all?
No, it's parked, but it seems like they do have a large contingent of the orc marines that are chained up. It seems like they've captured. There was about a dozen or so orc marines that had flown with you guys originally, I believe.
Yeah.
And they are all chained. And yeah, on his knees in front of Agos is what appears to be General Ashnak.
Shit.
You do not see any sign of Munley or Arlo or Nexa, who were also with you, I believe, correct?
Right.
They stayed on the ship though, didn't
Yeah, they were on the ship. You don't see any sign of them, so they might still be inside. And Agos is saying something to Ashnak. You're too far away to hear what he's saying. But
Maggie hits the sending stone to see if she can pick it up.
Okay. Yeah, you don't hear anything over the sending stone. It seems like either Ashnak doesn't have it on him, or perhaps he's just not focused on using it right now, or something. He's just. But you do see the Thrycreen charging over the dunes, kind of off to one side, and a cry comes up from the ranks of some of the Durger dwarves that are leading these troops of undead, and the undead begin to kind of go over towards that and clash. So you guys have a relatively unfielded area around your dragon at the moment, with Agos and only a few Durger there.
Where are the chained orcs in reference to where the prey and mantis guys are attacking?
They are the chained up orcs are sort of near the dragon ship, whereas the Thrycreen are coming over a hill, maybe like a few hundred yards to one side. So we'll say they're coming from like your direction from the west. The orcs are on the east of the dragon ship. Dragon ship's probably centered.
Okay, so they're coming from the opposite direction from where the orcs are chained.
Yep. And
Right,
you guys are sort of off to one side of where this is all happening. You're sort of in between the two.
Well, I tell Reggie to try to tell the praying mantis guys that if they get a chance to free the chained orcs, please try to do so, because they are our friends and will help us.
Reggie agrees. He says, "I'll do my best to try and relay that to them."
Thank you, Reggie.
Who's got the longest range attack? Probably Arianth, right?
Yeah, probably. I can do up to some of my spells can do 123 feet, plus I can double them if I need to.
And so it's literally just Agos and then the undead?
Agos, and we'll say there are 3 other Durger kind of near him.
I mean, I think we gotta basically attract attention to ourselves, so probably attack Agos as soon as we can.
Yeah, I mean, this might backfire on him too. Like, he's a magic user in a non-magical land here, so he might think he trapped us, but this might work out in our favor.
Plus, I mean, if Valk gets anywhere near these undead, they're gonna turn ranks, right? Or I mean,
pretty sure it depends on how many hit dice, but I'm pretty sure they get insta-charmed by me.
within what range?
That's a great question, and I'm going to get that information as soon as I can. I gotta just check the notes on this ring. I copied them over to Beyond, so hopefully.
Okay.
Can I mentally command? Oh.
Sorry.
I was going to say Maggie's low on spell slots, but I could drink that last long rest potion I guess I'll hold off and see if I need to. But
Yeah, I still got those two if I need to use it as well. I actually, since mine are half, I actually have. I think I only used one, so I have 5 left for myself.
It doesn't make mention of range for the charm, but it says evil intelligent creatures within 90 feet are drawn to it. So, Zach, how do you want to play that? Do you want to follow that rule, the 90
Yeah,
foot
I would
rule?
say 90 foot is fine. Like,
So 90 feet away, then they become mine.
nice.
Cool.
That's if they have, 6 hit dice or less.
yes,
And,
a lot
and
of
we
these,
can't attack them.
Yeah, a lot of these, it looks like they are just, your typical zombie skeleton. They're minions.
Is it that we can't attack them, or they can't be attacked at all? Like if the bugs hit them, then they're not charmed anymore.
Let me double check. Sorry, it's a little complex.
Yeah.
I think they're just charmed for Valk. They
No,
can still
yeah,
attack
no,
everyone else.
It's you or your allies. So if they attack them, too bad. If you guys attack them, so I'll just let you know right now, party, don't attack. Even though I would love for the undead to be destroyed, these guys work for us until further notice.
Yes, for the record, Valk, I tried to do your character justice last week whenever he dealt with Lenny by making sure to tell him what a terrible, terrible abomination he was before having him attack.
Yeah, I was actually gonna pepper that in tonight, but it's tonight seemed like a kind of a rush to grind and get past this dungeon. By the way, while I was sitting here, I'm just gonna shake my head at Lenny, and I hope he looks down in shame.
Lenny,
While this
Lenny
is all
is
going
groveling
on,
at your feet.
I was just gonna say, with my with the broom with Tohan's dad on it, can I like command it to like hide in like some treetops and stay out of the way so that his body doesn't get damaged and nothing happens to the broom?
Yes, we could say that, you can kind of put it down low in a dune even, and Tohan's mother is not going to leave his side. She's going to stay right by Rohan.
Gotcha.
Are we going with Mohan, or are we going with, what did you say, Nick, of your name?
Kaora?
Kaora.
That's a good name. I think
like
Kaora.
that. All right, I'll write that down so I don't forget it.
All right. Well,
And
then
I'll
I give.
probably-
If it's possible for me to do so, I temporarily give Tohan's mom the ability to command the broom to move it if need be.
Okay. She nods, kind of hunkers down. And yeah, you guys said you wanted to be done by around 9. It is 8:52 right now, and I think that's a really good stopping spot if we're trying to get done early tonight. Because that gives me time to build a kick-ass map for you guys next time to figure out what you're going to do.
Sounds
It's
good.
not really going to be that kick-ass. It's going to look like a big open desert with a dragon in the middle of it and some creatures around, but it's going to be a lot more effective than me trying to describe it, that's for sure. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to get that far yet or not. And that's great because I already have more stuff planned for you guys. So, less prep for me next week. Yay.
Nice.
Sweet.
All
All
right.
right. What's your how are your spell slots looking?
Me?
Yeah.
Not that great, but again, I have 5 of those of water of life things left because I revived myself in 4 hours instead of 8. Now you only used 1 if I remember correctly.
Oh, did we have? I thought we had 3. I thought each of us had 3 of those.
Yes, but because I only need 4 hours to recharge, I get 6.
Gotcha.
Special
Gotcha.
elf. Yeah, I'm glad you weren't asking about my spell slots because I was going to tell you I have as many as it takes.
So yeah, that's not real. That's a non-issue as far as I'm concerned. I'm just waiting until I absolutely needed to use it.
Right. Cool. All right.
Yeah, so you guys are, you're in the thick of it for next week, it looks like. There's going to be some interesting decisions made, and hopefully I can get you guys back to getting a little bit more of what's going on in the world, too, because some stuff's been happening that I want to enlighten you with. But you gotta get past this scene first.
I realized, Nick, when we were fighting the zombie dragon, and you asked about the handcuffs, obviously, like, that would have been a good move. And I also realized that Maggie's got a silence spell now. So she hasn't, so much has happened since her last long rest that she doesn't have that ready. But she will prepare that after a long rest, and then between silence and those handcuffs, I think we probably could keep like Mexa in check.
Yeah.
Also, with a lot of people weren't here when I said it before. I did pick up banishment, level 4 banishment to use as well.
Yeah, that's a badass spell. That's a scary level spell.
Yeah.
Like once you get into 4th and 5th level spells, there's some stuff that I'm like, how do I stop you from screwing up my characters with it?
Yeah. I have 2 level 4 spell slots, and my 2 big ones are the poly and the banishment for those.
Nice. Yeah, you saw the article that I sent you about the polymorph stuff.
Yes.
Oh, no.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh wait. That you said? I'm not sure.
I posted it to the group and tagged you.
I'll have to double check. I think so.
Yeah, it was like interesting creatures you can polymorph other people into. Like
I did see that.
Killer whale. Like,
yeah. That was fun.
Because polymorph's interesting. You can use it both ways. You can transform one of your friends or yourself into a badass creature, or you can do like Jim Dark Magic did and make somebody a blue chicken and be like,
or a frog and step on him.
Yeah.
It's the 14 saving throw.
I'll see if I can find the clip of Ack Inc. where he uses a polymorph. They're fighting a giant snake, and he just says, I change it into a polymorph. And he goes, all right, what are you changing it into? And he goes, a smaller snake. So he changes it from a giant snake to like a 6-foot boa constrictor. They're like, you could have made it anything. You could have made it like a pigeon. No, you just said smaller snake. Like they're all yelling at him. It's funny. They get all heated.
That's a good idea. I feel like maybe Ariane should polymorph one of us into something crazy.
In Bill's game, I polymorphed a Kraken into a mackerel, and then like the other party didn't realize if you attack the polymorph creature and do enough damage, it reverts back to its form and turn back into a Kraken because one of the guys went up and just stabbed the mackerel. I'm like, what are you doing?
No!
No, we don't.
Yeah, then we've got Strahd on Tuesday, too. That's going to be interesting.
I think we're doing Avernus Tuesday.
Oh, is it Avernus? Okay, I thought he said Strahd.
I could be wrong.
Maybe he did say Avernus. I don't know. It's either way, I'm going to be lost because I'm like, we haven't played in a couple of weeks, and I'm wondering how much of my character I can remember for either one.
Yeah, Avernus is back this Tuesday.
Okay.
So
Avernus is way funnier.
Is way funnier?
Oh yeah.
Strahd's kind of a bummer, man. Like
Strahd is a downer, absolutely. I love it though. Like to me, it's all dark humor, you know.
And my character Rolandis is getting kind of dark, so.
See, I like to think of Robert as being kind of slightly misplaced there. Like everybody else is from Dracula, he's from like Young Frankenstein. Kind of the way that I've been playing him, like he's just a jackass. And I'm trying to play the cleric in Avernus. I'm trying to play that more like a straight dwarf cleric that just wants to do some good shit and heal some people and stuff. Like,
all right, gang. Without meaning to be rude, I gotta get going.
No,
so
I do as well. I gotta pick my child up early in the morning for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, be good. I'll see you next week.
absolutely.
Have fun.
Yes, you guys all have a good week.
Yep.
See you next week.
Good night.
Later, alligators.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for
Good night.
playing.